Turn 68, February 12th, 1942. Let's see what kind of damage we can do to Hellsen. Alright. Flipped another base down in New Guinea. Allied sub attacking me at Singapore. Interesting. Oh yeah, type 2s. Let's get them. Come on. There's a damage. There's another damage. Three. 4 damages. 5. That was 6 damages. Nice. Might be enough to send her home. I need to get some mines there is what I need. It'll keep those subs out. One thing I can think is maybe he's passing through, because really Singapore's such a large harbor, you can't just run a sub in there. Alright, we're landing at Babar. Landing at Munda. Alright, night phase is over. Allied CO at Canton. Huh. Bad weather really messing with us again. Alright, first bombing strike on Bataan Airfield. Don't expect a whole lot, they are just lilies. 20 hits in the clear sky, that's a pretty good run for them. Alright, we're bombing Temulo, it's about time. Weather's been preventing it for a while. Got 79 bombers hitting it. Let's see. Heavy cloud. We got some damage. We did some damage to some troops. Who did we actually say? No. We got 44 airfield hits though. That's good. 4 supply hits. Bombing Padang. No damage. Got a little intel though. Okay. Bombing the run airfield at Palembang, so we can't build any forts. This is probably the last turn we're doing this, because the troops were loaded last turn, so they should be fully loaded this turn, which means all I need to do is build the surface combat, and we're heading south. 10 hits. All right. Alright, first attack at Clark. $19 hits and some light clouds. Another run at Clark. I think Philippines are going to be this way for the next month or two. As my units come out of Singapore, I don't see myself sending them to the Philippines anytime soon. Just because I don't need Manila Harbor open. I don't need Clark Airfield Base. It's just one of those things where it's just gotta wait. Another run at Temulo. Pretty weak. Oh. Alright. We spotted some surface ships there as well. So we need to pull out of there. I don't think we have enough to engage them. Or at least not decisively so. Yep, another one. Bombing at Wen Chao. I was a little worried that none of those would go through. There's bombing troops. Another strike by some PBYs. Glad they're going after the Tone and not one of the amphibs. I'm pretty sure I'm using patrol boats on this invasion, but still. Alright, that's it for the airstrikes. Deliberate attack here. I believe it's only my tanks this turn. I don't remember if I sent them all or not. Oh, maybe not. They're all bombarding, so they might be all going in. And not as good as last time. We took the brunt this time. Alright. I tell you, Wen Chao doesn't wanna fall. Another bombardment attack here. Just trying to consume their supplies. Hey, all right. I was worried a little bit. They say it looked like they were the same strength as us, but they folded. We got 6-1. Took out that unit and captured Bebe. All right, we got some more resources coming in. We take Nabahir. Banzai. All right, so we captured 3 bases this turn. Kind of finish off through the base expansion and then production, and when we're done I'll pause the video, I'll make some saves, I'll grab some data, come back, and we'll go through the turn. Singapore should be ready to move south, so we'll take a good look at that. Alrighty, well, fairly slow turn. Let's go over some stats here. We went up 31 points. Hellsen went up 9. Allies lost no planes. We lost 3 to ops. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. We lost a Dinah, an Ann, and a Sally, all to ops. Maybe we get lucky. We don't lose any pilots. Yay, look at that. We lost no pilots. Alright. I mean, they're all pretty much Army, but every pilot counts. Alright, incoming air units. 2 days we get some Army bombers and some Emilys. Let's see. Take a quick look at our replacement pools. Alright, we got Claudes, a bunch of Claudes. We got some Vals, some Nels, some Kates. Daves don't count, G's don't count. Sally's we're using, Nate's we're using at the moment. Oscars we're using. Dynas we're using, Mavis is we're using. Actually, I should probably turn Mavis production off. That's a lot of engines, and we got 46 in the pool. Mavis units aren't that big. Okay, Tina's. Betty's we're using them, but we're not building them. Alright, let's hop on down to the sunk ships. I don't think nothing went down last turn. I don't think anything new is going to show up. Oh, there it is. There it is. The repulse has finally showed up on the scoreboard. Last turn in Tracker it said it was sunk, but it didn't show up on the scoreboard. But this turn it's there. Yes. That is the other big hitter from Force Z that I was concerned about. Although by now, the battleships out of Pearl could be in the South Pacific, which is fine. They are slow and easier to kill. Alrighty. Did that jump our... Oh, yeah. Well, look. 1,400 points. Allied Army loss points, 2,659. That's a lot. We've lost a lot as well, though. 226. That's pretty high for us. We've lost a couple units. We got that base force wiped out in the South Pacific and so forth. So that's a little high for us. Air Force, air losses, we are really high. I'm not sure what more we can really do about it, but you can see flak and ops, we're getting killed. I think mostly because we're operating from long range. That increases your ops losses. And we're attacking defended targets, which of course increases your flak losses. Okay. Ship availability. We got a carrier in 79 days. Nothing really going on. The Nishan arrives in 2 weeks. That's our next real ship. I mean, we get a couple sub chasers, some subs, and a destroyer here, destroyer there, but nothing really special. Ground reinforcements 2 days, which means the end of next turn we get all these guys, which is nice. Well, the end of this turn here, when it executes, all these guys will arrive, so we will have them for our next turn to use. We're gonna get 5 naval guards at Tokyo, a naval construction at Osaka, base force at Saigon, and a guard division at Camaran Bay. The division will go right into Burma. Base force will probably go up into either Burma or northern Thailand in those airfields there. Naval construction base will probably head south as well with all these naval guards. We need those to continue our expansion. We're kind of running low on troops to use, so that'll really help. All right. Ground units destroyed. I don't think we have any. Let's go into production, aircraft, and engines. Let's take a look here. Got 13, 22, 33 engines produced this turn. 3 zeros, 2 Nates, 2 Sallies, one of a bunch of things here. I realized I found out what happened last turn. I don't think we covered it. What happened to all of our zeros last turn. Mini KB, when they arrived at Singapore, 2 of the CVLs upgraded from quads to zeros. They each can carry 36 zeros. So that was 72 zeros that just pulled out of the pool real quick. So that's where they mostly went, which is fine because that's where we want them. We have enough here for a few limited replacements for losses, but we gotta be careful with these. So, but baby KB should be fine. No, nothing really should be in the area to challenge it, at least not in the air. So we'll just slowly rebuild these guys back up. All right, devices. What did we build this turn? Aviation support, engineers, some artillery. Then down into the engine support, AT guns, mines, so forth, our tanks. 53 tanks. It's about time to upgrade one of our Chinese units. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll pop over here, take a look at Combat Reporter. See what it has to say for us. February 12th, at sea. At Singapore, we had some ASW action. The SS Truett came in here, fired at a destroyer, missed. No surprising. Destroyers are hard to hit with torpedoes. They really are. Just because they're so damn quick. We got lucky. They all 6 missed. We turned around and hit the sub with our Type 95 Mod 2 depth charges. We got no direct hits, but we got 6 near misses that damaged the sub and took on some water. So that might be enough to send her home. We will see. I mean, if we got lucky, we damaged some torpedo tubes, but probably not. I was hoping to get a hit, but I'll take 6 near misses for some damage. Just to send them home. On the ground, we attacked that Wenchow, got repulsed again. This time we took the lion's share of the losses. You can see most of ours are disabled. Most of theirs are all destroyed. At Napier, we captured against no one home. We bombarded that Clark. We got a few more wounded than they did, but we're doing this just to burn their supplies. We captured Bebe, wiping out another Filipino division on the island. So that gives us the entire island ours, and the little unit here will stay at Bebe to fill in the garrison and to produce all those nice fat resources. I think it's a 20 resources, so not a lot, but that's 20 AHI it'll run. That's 400 resources a turn. So we will slowly haul that out, plus whatever is stockpiled there. Amphibious, we landed at Munda and Babar. In the air, it was all us. We bombed some, well, not all us. We bombed some bases at Baton, Clark, and Temulo. We bombed Palembang Air Base. PBYs out of Canton attacked our invasion fleet, went after the combat ships, after the heavy cruiser Tone twice. Got no hits, but did they get them damaged? Looks like, see, 4 in the second attack, 5 in the first, which means one of those was actually damaged enough that it couldn't fly in the afternoon. We did detect several surface task force at Canton, so we will probably pull out. We don't have a huge surface fleet here. I think it's a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, and a handful of destroyers, like 4 or 5. I'm not sure we can take on any kind of real surface engagement. I mean, if they're all destroyers and stuff, we could probably take them. But if there's cruisers there, and supposedly spotted a light cruiser, but that could be a destroyer or a heavy cruiser, it could be bad. Like if the Houston's here, we could be in serious trouble. So we will probably pull out of there. Canton's, I'd like to have it, but it's just not that valuable. We bombed Padang just to bomb them. We bombed a few Chinese at Wenchow. Most of our Chinese airstrikes did not go in due to weather. You can see there was heavy rain there, which may have caused some of our losses on the ground. The enemies were just not disrupted enough. Up in the Signet report, our radio interceptions, Alice Springs, Makassar, 187, 103. That's way, okay, no, that's there. Okay, someone going to Pearl probably. Terrican, San Luis, and a Pearl. All right. Ops report usually is the most useful of these. Let's see, unknown. Running off some aircraft. Transporting some troops. Couple upgrades. Task forces being sighted. Us sighting them. That light cruiser report in here. I do not see it. Replacement aircraft. You see, we had 43 aircraft in the pipeline to come back. 17 arrived. 26 more claws are still in the pipeline. Repairs. We repaired a destroyer at Nagasaki. That's probably a upgrade. And those are definitely upgrades. Maintenance, a couple planes down for maintenance. We captured 3 bases. One was an auto flip. One was against enemy troops, and one was against no one. Intel, us. Christchurch is not us, so that's the Allies expanding down there in New Zealand. Got some planes damaged, crashes. There's the loss. There's our Sally loss. Combat. That's what we wanted. Repulse is reported sunk near Singapore. All right, it was sunk in Singapore, but we will take it. That's what we've been waiting for. Coast Watcher lies, and these guys are all units that were just moved by rail or flown somewhere. These are not new units, unfortunately. These are, I believe, Val units going to Yoko, so you can hop on the Shoho and be expanded. And that should be the last ones we need to expand, which means the Shoho is free. She can probably head south to join up with the rest of the mini KB, or to go off on her own and do something stupid, because that's what I do with carriers. All right, we're done with Combat Reporter. Hop back into the turn. Come over here to the Burma area. Take a look. Nothing really new going on here. I believe it's about time to start heading into Burma, though. I'm just worried about, these fighters sweeping us at Pegu, so we can't do long-range cover, and then the bombers coming out of India and just pounding us at Pegu in the wide open. I mean, it's just going to be what it is. Maybe we can count on some weather, possibly, but I don't know. The troops are going to take a pounding at here. Why is that a Chinese unit? It looks yellow, right? I'm not just going crazy. Wonder if that... is that... I bet you he might... He had that one up here. He might have got it down here in time. I mean, we'll kick its ass. It's only a third or 2/3 of a Chinese course, and then against straight IJA troops. Yeah, we have enough force here to take it, but I think we're gonna wait here till these two other regiments move up. That'll double our firepower, and then we'll just move into. Then we'll head from here into Rangoon. We'll get some cover there. We'll take the rail, which means you can no longer flee up this way. And once we take Pegu, start moving in, we can start doing paradrops in other places to draw his attention away. I still don't want to do too much up here because I want to keep the oil here at Magway as much intact as we can, and I have a feeling he'll just bomb the shit out of it. This is the most exposed oil base on the map, I feel. Because by the time you take it, he has sufficient air forces up in India to bomb it. And with all he has a lot of fighters here. P-38s, P-40s. Most of the stuff that has fled from Luzon and all of his incoming upgrades must be up here. They really have to be. I don't know how else he can have 200 fighters here, and they're decent, and they're good fighters. They're not freaking buffaloes. So we got this guy moving up. What's he got? Oh yeah, some more paratroopers moving up into Burma. They will probably come up at Tavoy and unload like all this AA did. Just because I don't want to get too close, and then we can move them up. Down in the Malaya, everything's ours except Temulo. We are still waiting for those damn divisions to get off their asses and get up there. They are moving slow. It's nothing else we can do. Singapore, everything's going good here. KB is here. KB refueled. I think she refueled. She did not. She moved one hex and was supposed to refuel, and she did not. Damn it. I didn't want to waste op points this turn to refuel, but it looks like I'm going to have to. Let's see. Did the division get loaded? Where's my division? I could have swore I loaded a division here last turn. What the hell? Am I dreaming that I did that? Oh, maybe that was truck I loaded the division at. I thought for sure I loaded one in Singapore. But if not, oh well. Then good. I don't need, then mini KB not refueling last turn is not a big deal because we'll load the division this turn and we will head south next turn. We will get our combat unit, our combat task force set up, and we will get out. I probably did that because I wasn't sure if these fighters would all. Yeah, see, the fighters aren't all repaired yet. I don't want to go down there. I mean, I don't expect a lot of air resistance, but I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose, or get hits on carriers for stupidity. So we will start prepping for invasions this turn here. Start moving south. We're still loading these guys back up on here. Which is how much we got left there? 12 guns. Oh, no wonder it's taking forever. I'm tempted just to go on without them because I don't need them. I got a lot of troops here. We don't need those guns. We just come because I want to take this base. I think we'll leave those guns there for someone else to come pick up, and we'll head down there and land at Muntok. All right. Nothing going on in Java. Borneo, nothing going on, but I think I'm going to start the invasion of the Miri area. Start loading the troops and getting them moving. I'm tired of waiting. I need to get down there to Miri so I can start repairing the oil because the oil is going to be heavily damaged like it always is. Let's see. Over in Luzon, nothing going on, just bombing of the airfields and bombardments of the troops. Let's take a quick look. Temulo, they on the board again? Yeah. What's Palembang damage? 40. Yep, I'm done bombing them. I want the airfield usable for when I capture it. All right, we took all of here. That has the resources were intact. That's excellent. We'll start. How much do we have? 10,000 resources just sitting there for us. That's good. I'll get some small ships down there and start hauling that home. These guys did not attack last turn. They were resting. It's time for them to go ahead and attack again. Are we unloaded yet? Nope, we're still unloading supplies here. Then we're going to load up the tanks and get them out of here and get them somewhere useful. Celebes is not much going on here. The next invasion will be Kendari. And then we will take them from there. We'll grab some dot bases here and then move around the corner. Probably land here at Watampone. And then go over land to Makassar. We landed at Babar here. We will take that. To be honest, we will keep moving west because I don't know if he has anything over here or not. Aircraft-wise, that is. And since patrol boats are a little harder to hit, you can't really hit them with bombers. We'll go from there. I need to start loading these guys up here if I haven't already. I think I started last turn. Yep, that should be about half of the troops there being loaded. We need to get those back to truck to reform that division. We got this guy. Alright, that guy's already moved out. This guy will loading supplies, and I'll leave those supplies there. Alright. Going down into southern or eastern New Guinea, whichever way you want to look at it, from this map or the real world. New Britain and the Solomon area. We flip the dot base here. These guys are moving, not very fast. We just dropped off some engineers at Madang. That's going to be a nice air base there. We're gonna build that up because that'll help cover this area from invasion and give support to Rabal when he comes for it. Last time I did all this, I took like Woodlark and Roswell and built up these guys, and I really didn't have the aircraft to support all these bases, but they were nice bases for me to turn over to him when he landed there. So I got to be careful where I build. Up here is a little more protected. Okay, got all the troops out of here. We can just come down and start popping these little dot bases. What's this guy doing? Oh, he's supplies moving down south. Alright, we landed at Munda. We will take that. We will start taking other bases here. I want to clear up all of the Solomons. We'll take Rental. Well, then we'll probably move down into the Santa Cruz Islands. Alright. Canton Island. We picked up. Yeah, see, the report said a CL, so I'm not sure. Because this is what I got. A heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, and 5 destroyers. If I move in there and it's like 3 or 4 heavy cruisers or even 3 or 4 light cruisers, I could be in major trouble real quick. Because he has that available. Even if it's just a bunch of destroyers, most of his destroyers right now in the game are going to be 1944 level strength destroyers. Which means they're going to have radar, they're going to have good guns, they're going to have great AA. So I'm kind of leery about this. I think I'll play it safe and just move back. Maybe move west and maybe come down here and grab the rest of the Ellis Islands. Maybe come down here. Maybe come down here with a carrier or two and clear it out and then land it. They might be gone by then, but better off safe than sorry. I don't want to lose cruisers and destroyers this early. Canton is an okay base to have. Doesn't really provide me anything. It's more of a, take them from the Allies so they can't use it, because really, it's not even in that good of a strategic spot. I mean, if I take it, great. If I don't, it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a base. It's not worth it. Gonna pick up these stragglers here. I'm gonna start picking up these extra base forces on these islands because really they're pointless there. Sometimes I leave them there until I build up to like level 3 or level 4 forts. But in my games against Nomad, I'd have level 4, level 5 forts. And he'd land like a 1 or 2 divisions, some tanks, and it didn't matter. He blew my guys away anyways. Without being able to put a division on these, and you could, but you don't know which ones he's going to hit, and you could easily skip these outer islands and just go right here, grab Kwajalein or Rodnemer. And to be honest, you can skip the marshals completely if you want to. You just come up through here and go right through Truck. These aren't, so putting a division over here is worthless because most likely it'll just get stranded. So I'm going to pull these engineering units off here because they're useful elsewhere. The CD units, I would pull them off if I could, but you cannot. They are static. Let's see, Ponape, dropping off supplies here. We're done. Okay, cool. Should give these guys enough supplies for a long time. Let's see, we're bringing fuel down to Rabal through AKs just because that's what I have. At Truck, got the KB sitting here, some destroyers, an AO that's fueled up, ready to deliver some fuel. There it is. There's my division that I'm loading up. You can see right there, it's the target that I'm going to be heading for. It is fully loaded. Has plenty. Was it 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10,000 tons of supplies. We will be heading out most likely this turn. I'll build up a decent surface group to go with it. KB will escort because we have we have battleships and cruisers here. Yeah, we can build a nice surface group here. We'll come down through here, right down through this slot here. Probably go around and then coming from the east instead of trying to cut through here. Since we don't own most of these, it's kind of dangerous down here. People can come and pop up in that. We'll send KB a little bit ahead. And we'll go from there. And our goal is right here. If we can grab that, we'll probably load up those troops again. Drop down to E Fate. Possibly even no Mia. Although, to be honest, I think Suba's worth more than Nomiya is. If you own, Luganville and Ifate, this island is a little less valuable. I think Suva is more valuable, but I'd like to own all of Fiji and all of these. I mean, you could take, these guys, but really, unless you're going to build these up, they're really not worth having. And once you take Fiji, you can easily take all of these because there's nothing really here. They serve no real purpose. You take them basically to deny them to the Allies so they can't ferry over aircraft. Like P-40s and the smaller stuff that they get, they have to ship it, which takes a lot longer. You break this chain of bases, and they have to ship instead of just flying them direct. Now, the big boys like B-17s and shit like that can just fly anyways because they have such a huge range. But you got to play every card you can to slow them down. Let's see. We're unloading fuel here. I brought in a bunch of fuel on a fast transport task force to Rabaul. Just because Rabaul had no fuel, so we're dumping a bunch off. Give them some fuel to refuel ships at kind of like an emergency refuel spot until we get pushed a little farther south, then we can bring in some actual fuel. I'm not doing a whole lot here, just convoys. That's a base force heading south. That should be two base forces heading south. Yep. Return ships. These are tankers going to be heading down over to the northern New Guinea area to service these two oil bases. Let's take a look at my picket line, as we always do. Light rain, thunderstorms, clear sky, extreme, and extreme. All right. Supply. Resource oil convoys. Same thing here. Slowly moving these guys east. More of them are arriving at Tokyo. And now into the cesspool of China. Let's see, 1 unit. 9, 17. All right. What you got there? 11. That's probably 4 cores. Could probably push through there if I wanted to. Believe all my tanks here. Yep. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna bring these guys down, and we're gonna move into this base. This hex, clear these guys out and maybe maul the hell out of all these troops. I don't necessarily want to chase them down and destroy them. If I can maul them and cripple them, that's even better, because then I don't have to worry about them. Then I can move my tanks right to here, and then he's in a stuck spot. Because I could hit 3 different bases, all within this. 2 would be a shock attack with tanks against Chinese troops. I'll take that bet. Unless he has a shit ton of them there. That's gonna be a slaughter. If I get across this river relatively intact and grab a base or 2, this whole line will collapse. This whole section here will collapse. Changsha either retreats or becomes a giant prison camp. And once you get these, it's easier to clean up the rail and down south. The best success I've had in China has been breaking across this river here, taking one of these 2 bases here. Because they don't defend these bases nowhere near as much as people defend Changsha. So if you get across the river here, that base has nothing in it. You take them. You have a nice area here to expand up in here. You can threaten up here along the road. You can push up to Changsha here, and it cuts off all these bases. Like Kukong becomes isolated. All these troops would become isolated. These guys would probably be retreat back to Changsha, and from here we could push into this guy or this guy or both. I got a division sitting here waiting. So I think that's my main new action. Got a brigade here. So that's kind of what the plan is. This guy's coming back down for us to kill. I don't want to. But that's basically it. That's our turn. If you guys enjoyed watching the turn unfold with me, please go ahead and click on the like button. If you're following along this campaign or my campaign against Lodric, please go, and you have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscription button. You can subscribe, unsubscribe. I mean, you can have as many as you want. It doesn't cost anything, but it does make our numbers a little bit better. It makes the algorithm work a little better, so you get more exposure for our videos, and mostly for more exposure for the game itself. If the game gets popular enough, they will make a sequel. Because like any company, it's all about the money, all about the Benjamins. If enough people play this, if they think enough people will buy a new game, they will make a new one. And that's the best hope any of us have for a modern Pacific War game. But until the next turn, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later.